Solidify!
This blinding sunlight is such a pain. No way I can get a nap in this weather. Take it easy. Gotcha.
Solidify! This is order.
Here. Quietly now.
Thank you for
Let's get down to business. Boom! Solidify!
Ring cutter.
Mainline blade!
Gotcha.
Let's get down to business. Order guide. Solidify!
Let me lead you a bit.
Stabilize!
Rain outlines your fate. Quietly now. Game set. Bodied ring cutter.
Stabilize! This is order. Gather!
Gotcha. Busted. Witness the power of Rupa. Know my soul.
Let's get down to business. Order guide you. Stabilize. How's this?
Things are about to get dicey.
My blade! Finally, I had the very
Take it easy. Gotcha. Let me lead you a bit. No, my...
miscalculated. I must collect
Higher,
myself.
hands on fire!
So quiet. This is order. Solidify.
Here comes the catch. Busted. Witness the power of Gugwa. Brain outlines your... Winter shall eventually come.
Right. Stabilize.
Let me leave you a verse. Huh? Rain out.
Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Take it easy. Gotcha.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Know my sword.
Here comes the catch.
this ancient power.
This is order. Solidify.
Ring cutter. Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Time to go.
Witness my great undertaking.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Burst forth.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Know my sword. Huh? Huh?
Stabilize.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
This is order. Gather.
Men, feel this ancient power.
Stabilize.
Let me weave you a verse. Huh? No, my cross over.
I will have order.
Burst forth. Witness my great
Body of the ring cutter. No, my sword. Shine down.
This is order. Solidify.
Punishment. Judgment. Shudder. Now you shall perish. There is no escape.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Lights out. Crush. Freeze to the core. Rack and ruin. Shine down.
Order guide you. Gather.
Shiver. You can't run. Shudder. Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Beg for mercy. Flood of frost.
Cut down. One strike will suffice.
I condemn you.
You win.
There is no escape.
Order guide you. Gather.
Lights out. Crush. Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered.
This is order. Stabilize.
Yeah! Shiver! Shudder! Freeze to the core! Beg for mercy.
guide you.
Punishment! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape! Ha!
I will have order. Gather!
Obey! Allow me! My apologies! Do your master's bidding! Southward swirl!
This is order. Stabilize.
Manifest! Take flight! By ordinance divine! Embrace the ice! Whirling snow!
Order guide you. Gather!
Hold the line! Take flight!
This is order. Solidify!
Covenant of the deep! Allow me! Cryo incarnate! Kamisato out! Sumetsu!
Let's get down to business.
Let me lead you first.
How's this?
Higher, higher, pants on fire!
To the very end.
Go!
Quake! I will have order.
Burst forth. Moments of birth. To the very.
Rain cutter, know my sword! Rain outlaw.
Say no more. Finally, my blade. Move. Say no more. How's this? To the very.
Let me lead you first. Time to act.
There's more.
This is order. Solidify.
Feel this ancient power.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Rain outlines your fate. No, see?
Stabilize.
Burst forth.
I will have order.
Witness my great undertaking.
Let me lead you a verse. Huh? No, my soul.
Solidify.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
This is order. Rise.
Time to go. Illusion shut.
Solidify.
Teamwork is teamwork. Crush. Flood of frost. More speed. Shudder. Rack and ruin. Shine down.
I will have order. Stabilize.
I'm going in! Let's light it up! Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
Order guide you. Solidify.
Everybody stand back! Freeze to the core! Crush! I condemn you! There is no escape! The insolent!
Solidify.
Shudder! I'm going in! Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
This is order.
Be gone! Over here! Beg for mercy! Everybody stand back! Flood of frost! Eye for an eye! There is no... I'm going in! God. Let's light it up! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered! Out of my sight!
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Shudder! More speed. I condemn you! Her Majesty's gift! Winter.
down to business.
Stabilize.
Whirling snow.
Say no more. To the ferry.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Let's get down to business.
Rest and revamp. By ordinance divine. Embrace the ice. My apologies.
Ferry. Finally. My blade. Boom.
Whirling
Gather.
manifest.
More. Say no more. To the ferry. Going somewhere. Finally. To the ferry.
Gather.
Obey.
This is order.
Allow me.
Solidify.
Hold the line. Cryo incarnate. Take flight. Kamisato out. Sumetsu.
Solidify. I will have order.
Billowing surge. My apologies. Do your master's bidding. Embrace the ice. Whirling snow.
Stabilize.
Unleash.
This is order.
Take flight. Silly chip. Bill.
Traveler, but
Oh, hey, Hoyt. Fancy meeting you here.
thanks to the help of people like you and colleagues. But I've been feeling distracted. It's a long story.
What's
Nothing specifically. He's not a. He's always said, old age comes for us all. Anyway, my father's currently on the second floor. He seems very fond of you too.
Sure, let's go. Uncle Tien, we're here to chat with.
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Oish. I heard that you've been traveling all over the... Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite all right. It's just the years as I grow older, I'm starting to find that I am still very much in good standing.
How difficult is it to transfer?
Oh, well, you see, historically speaking, the Tianshu, we also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates free from it. For these reasons, the incumbent Tianshu...
So in other words, you pick someone, and then...
Correct. Unfortunately, due to my... Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf as a set...
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
It's Yelan!
Jackpot. Uncle Tien, fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know...
What do you think? Makes sense. After all, still... Paimon...
All right then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tien, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning?
Huh? You?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but So, how about this? If you're
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment... You're all set?
Uncle Tien seems really worn down.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tien is past his prime. He's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qinwei, Mingbo, and Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Mingbo works at the Liyue Ministry of Civil... Try to keep all that in mind. Of course...
Tianwei? Mingbo? Yui...
Let's leave that until we get... All right. Heads in the game, people. This...
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion, and I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but
I'm...
That's called being complacent.
Oh, come on.
All right, you two. Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some slack. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand up.
Fine. Ugh.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived. We'll meet them formally soon. I've split it into 2 stages. Current affairs and plan... In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Wow. One of them is
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event. There's still some time. I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when... Finished, huh?
Everyone took it very
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new team. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute. That's for me to know, and we'll see the candidates now. Let's.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so you two... I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than...
Mind your tone, Miss.
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. Cloud Retainer? You know this Adeptus? With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes. Please introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo. I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months. I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in, my current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also...
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Not gonna lie. What would you like to know? You're here to assess.
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How?
Very fair question. But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places, talked a lot. Of course, two different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your...
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues in the if it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results.
Nice answer. All right, next question.
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said was...
Here's my take on what we just... As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many... But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. Mingbo's plan is more thorough and more measured. You can tell, but he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingbo is not very articulate.
Perfect summary. Paimon couldn't agree...
Last but not least, Yi. His manifesto is full of pertinent details. His method, the depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. But what really interests me is that many of his views happen...
Great!
We'll see. All right, then let me ask this.
Oh, I didn't want those three candidates. Have all but Qianwei went.
Whoa! So how did you...
Qianwei was referred to me. We first met while fishing. Juri came from a poor family. He reminded me of a younger version of myself. So I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing and... Quite. And now all of the young are growing up, and I am growing up.
I don't know, Uncle Tian. You still...
Oh, you. There's really no need to
Sounds like you sure love...
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing the bat.
Fresh fish soup.
Doesn't it? Also, when we've been fishing recently, Juri, that flavor makes for a fond memory.
Oh, can Paimon come next time too? Paimon really...
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tian.
I appointed you as... Had you not asked me why Juri's ideas were so similar to mine, this decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Remember.
Understood. Come on, let's go talk somewhere else.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tian. Look after yourself. So, it's gonna be... His manifesto was written well, and...
Easy. Let's not rush.
Huh? So, are you...
No, nothing like that. The assessment itself is complete. The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. For example, Wenyuan.
Yes?
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Ugh! Who are they?
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan as my trusted assistants. They are always standing guard nearby. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth. And there's—
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right?
Nothing can take that guy down.
Shanghua. Visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Juri?
Juri. Well, obviously, as the most promised— Let's go to the docks first. Lots of people—
If we're looking for information, why don't we try talking to— He does business at the North Wharf.
That's actually not—
Huh? What's Belai doing here today?
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too high.
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water
Even so,
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded. If you won't take him, I'll just have to partner with them instead. And neither of us.
okay. Well, when you put it that way. Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsettias are mine. I got to them—
Actually, we want to ask you about a guy—
Juri? Yeah, I've heard a story about him. They say one of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time. He returned cruelty with kindness. Injustice with peace off.
Oh, he sounds like a decent man.
Why are you asking about him anyway? Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes the—
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Lin Long. Come on, let's try not to let him see you. We want—
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this.
I understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well.
The truth is, an old friend of mine, who likes to have a drink now and then, he fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me, then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Thank you very much, Miss Lin Long.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me.
Juri seems to get along really well with it. Are you satisfied now, Yelan?
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet.
Wait, you're not just trying to dig up—
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. You'll be able to try all the finest food for free.
We will? Well, come on! Off to—
wharf is as busy as I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish.
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
Sorry to interrupt. We've heard about this young man called Jur-E who's supposed to be a
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity.
Ah, yes, Jury. He's been making quite a name for himself apparently, he had a rather tough time growing. How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you strong.
Yeah, we think so too.
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be...
Oh? Why is that?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes up... His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to...
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though.
Sure thing. See you.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Here to buy some fish? It's 3. You better hurry. When they're
Hello, we're from the Society...
Wow!
Society for Fish Price Research.
Please, don't worry. We've heard about a certain Jur-E who's been selling...
So this isn't about me. You should have said I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was him.
Oh? What?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father he was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. And he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien, who gave him... he can afford to eat and everything, but you'll often see him hack. It's not like he catches much anyway, so it's not going to affect my business. Don't tell him.
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once, briefly. And I just had a feeling that he really cares what other people think of him. I think he has pretty low self-esteem. But hey, nobody's perfect. I just wouldn't want...
I see. Well,
Not a problem. And just for the record, there's absolute...
The more times you say it, the less...
Doesn't have a lot of mora to his name.
Hey, it's you guys! Wait, what's the phrase? What brings you to me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory.
Really?
But of course, we also heard that...
Great! So what do you wish to know?
Now she's lying to a kid.
So, Master Dugu...
Sure have. You mean I've heard many tales of Juri. Probably because it's nothing that important. I prefer stories...
Oh, I can completely understand that. Then let me ask you this.
Oh yeah, I know that. It was about... Before that, people always used to talk about Juri in a kind of nasty tone of voice. But 2 or 3 months ago, sometimes he gives me candies. So I'm glad that people...
Just as I thought.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, just as I thought, Master...
I'm not... Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot of people...
Oh, definitely.
Great! So next time I see them, I'll say hi. And I...
Certainly. You can also tell my friend in Yenshang Tea House about what they're up to. I'm sure my friend would also...
Thank you, ma'am!
You're welcome. Well then, fare thee well, Master Dugu.
Until we meet again.
Any of that sound strange to you?
Strange? Juri seems to have a great reputation. Uncle...
True. But the issue is...
Sudden?
So he returns cruelty with kindness, and had to work to support his studies. These are the kind... Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Jur-E's stories? Clearly they left him with a good impression. Plus, there's the fact that all this praise of Jur-E has only been happening within his childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor. None of the...
When you put it like that...
Of course, if that's all there was to it, I wouldn't look into it any further. Jur-E was born into a poor family, paying people to get his stories out there. The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? He's stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned he's either spent on studying, right, And that changes everything. It can mean a powerful fact. That's the worst case scenario. But all too often...
Someone's trying to gain influence, so even if we ask Jiri about it...
First, we need to find out who's supporting him. Remember the current affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Whoever is secretly helping Jiri... Come on, let's get... Jiri's manifesto covers a huge range of topics. I'll divide the reports into 2 piles. You take one, I'll take the... Officially, the assessment is already open.
Yikes! We better hurry!
Whatever else Uncle Tien might think of Jiri, the fact remains that any evidence he's left is not going to be immediately...
Even though, well... Oh, this reading...
Looks like I'm the first one back, as usual.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yelan's little helpers! If you're back, that means...
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of info.
Don't drag this out.
Yes, Lady Yelan. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Qianwei will start. The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Qianwei appears arrogant, but he's very... Once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly, regardless of their back...
Who'd have thought?
Is it possible that his reputation is fake? Is there any...
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. I asked where he buys from and sells to should be confidential business information, but he doesn't seem interested in Qianwei often sees business opportunities that others don't, but it's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him.
What a strange guy. It's like...
To validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many
I'm back! Huh?
Why do you think? Obviously, because I possess...
You... Ugh, whatever. I'm not getting into an argument with you. Lady Yelan, I have finished
Well, we're all...
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Minghua struggles to get his words out, but after a few days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have a normal
In your opinion, was the Ministry of Civil Affairs...
I don't believe so. Minghua is someone, according to Miss Yu, the Ministry often gets Minghua to take... Oh, and also, there was once someone in the Ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career. Minghua...
Whoa. That's...
Like I said before, things are...
Ah! So that's what you meant...
Thank you both. You're free to go now. So, have you finished reading? I can't see any immediate problem. The only one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Chengshu Pool redevelopment plan. Chengshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. Plus, at some point, a rumor began to go around that there, a long time ago, with the approval of the Qixing.
So, did they find any...
None. The ruin was completely impenetrable. The technology wasn't mature enough at that time. Jiri's manifesto focuses on solving problems, and this treasure... Still, this one fact alone doesn't tell us much. Did you...
Excavation? Project? Treasure? Oh yeah! Jiri said the Blackcliff Forge workers should get right of first...
Did he now? Well, that makes everything much clearer. So...
Does that mean the Blackcliff Forge is Jiri?
No, Not likely. I've looked into the Blackcliff Forge before. They aren't involved. They do possess some specialized explosives, but it would seem more trouble than it's worth to... Still, since the clues are pointing toward the...
Chenwei and Mingbo. What about Juri? Is there another side to him too?
This is the Blackcliff Forge. Let's look around for clues. It's gonna set us back a long...
Excuse me? Huh?
I don't think we're going to get anywhere asking questions.
What's this?
From the back, it looks like a ledger. But it seems we don't know who wrote it, but it's...
You think they're suspicious?
Yes. Look, it says right there. One of them's... At this rate, by the time the Qingshu Pool redevelopment... That'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. They can copy any secret texts or steal any treasure they find underground. Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time Jur-E recommends the Blackcliff Forge for the excavation project, at most we would... No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet the staff individually, they'd have had more than enough time by then. That's the advantage of planning this far in advance. It was a clever...
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen the treasure. So, who's really behind all this?
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's start with that worker over there.
Excuse us.
I gotta say, these newcomers, my only complaint is that I guess they just need some time.
They go out drinking.
You got that right. It rained after work today. Hey, you're only young once.
Interesting. Looks like our hunch was on them drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints.
They went that way! Hurry, we gotta catch up! These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way. Take it easy. The footprints stop here, but judging from the direction... Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with who. Look at these ashes.
Could there be anything left? Maybe
The odds of that are very slim.
Why don't we wait for them back?
We can't count on that. To me, that says that whoever...
Darn!
Make no mistake. The purpose of I smelled something Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters.
Really? Paimon can't.
There is a certain place with a freezing cold. Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance in their ink. When that fragrant ink is burned, this is the exactly. The evidence will, but it's all I need. Now I know who we're
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into Zhiyi's regular contacts. Since Zhiyi likes fishing, I left him a note at Yanshang Tea House telling him to look for me at Blackcliff Forge when he got back. What did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Zhiyi before. When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Blackcliff Forge and.
Well, Uncle Tian said that Zhiyi once bought a recipe.
What? That's news to me. No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you.
Interesting. Then I wonder how that even more.
Fish soup? What fish?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our. Well, any suggestions? Not a bad idea. Upei, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Zhiyi, but the guy's too cautious.
Okay, so take
No, we'll still need to tail him. But first, we need to do some
groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that tomorrow morning I'll announce his victory. Be sure to arrive on time. It looks like we're all here. I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role.
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around.
Qianwei has many pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail. And Mingbo is reliable, but not quite ambitious enough. And because, in contrast, Zhiyi is evenly after much consideration.
What?
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised. In my estimation, all three of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me?
I'll have to see.
I don't mind. As long as...
Okay, well, that's all from me. Zhiyi, you'll have some preparation to do. It won't be long before you're informed of your official appointment.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. On this, you have my word. I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebration.
Count me out. I'm not in the mood.
Zhiyi seems pretty relaxed now. This would be.
Hey, traveler, tell me something. What If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this result.
Oh no, if we get stuck here, we won't be able to leave.
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
We finally got rid.
Lady Yelan, Zhiyi has gone towards fate.
Follow him, quickly.
So Zhiyi really side. But Uncle Tian thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
Difficult to say, but everything should...
I'm sorry, Lady A. He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being seen.
How the heck did he make? I guess Zhiyi didn't let.
No, Upei says he's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's...
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end too. It's fine.
Shinyue kiosk. He only went in briefly. Upe. A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. I figured that if we spooked him, it would undo what we've accomplished today so far. So I stopped Upe, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in Shinyue kiosk.
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. As long as he's still swimming around, let's go to Shinyue kiosk.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in, changes his whole outfit.
Our customers are free to dress however they please.
Okay, fair enough, but...
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't give me the right...
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question. What did he buy while he was here?
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago.
Liquor and wineware. I see.
Where to?
Shigu Antiques. Hey, Miss Lin Long. Sorry to bother you. We're friends of his. He's been...
Sure. Which model?
We don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's...
Jer-E picked up his set not long ago. Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model.
Don't worry. Price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy.
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately.
Okay. Thanks, Lin Long.
Well, don't take too long.
This is turning into a real headache.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of...
It's not like you did any...
My specialty is information trading, okay? I don't have the physical...
Yelan,
so if we can't figure out where Jerry went, there's not much...
If so, it's...
What do you mean?
First of all, Jer-E isn't much of a drinker. If he was just looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't... No. This is a whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high Now, where might we find Fatui?
Fatui officials. Should
have both locations surround.
Lady Yelan, is it time for us?
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance, in which case...
Great idea! So we just need to find out...
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become...
I'm well aware. But don't you see? Jer-E is gambling everything on this. Stick to your orders, and make sure we're covering all other...
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan.
I'll be waiting for you at the tea house. If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take action. Perfect timing. Wenyuan just sent word that the
Qingshu Pool?
It looks like that's where they've arranged Qingshu Pool is always crawling.
Oh no, we gotta go.
Let's go. If my... This is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before. There's a worker's entrance somewhere around here. Follow me. There's been some work done on this place in the past. The workers left an emergency access route. Still, be ready to fight at any—
Don't worry, we're all perfect. By the way, Yelan,
They have other things to take care of first.
Solidify! Order guide you!
Busted!
Let me read you a verse. Huh?
As I expected. But this shouldn't be too much trouble.
I see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador. That must be the emergency access.
This is the construction workers' emergency access route, but it's closed tight. Trying to break through would be risky. Let's see if we can find another way.
Gather!
Quietly now. Gotcha! Game's up! Time's over.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
The water's gone down. Hey,
Time to act.
This is order! Solidify! Crumble!
Quietly now. Busted! Things are about to get set.
Witness the power of Guhua.
waters flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues.
The door is open. Let's go.
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Order guide you.
Quietly now.
No, my sword! Let me leave you a place. Rain out.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine. Come on, bottoms up.
Oh, sorry, that went down.
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with us,
I'll do my best.
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already struggling after one glass? I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning. Come on, another round. Less.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time.
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend. But I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poisoning. I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an What was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes.
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did.
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to provide the support you need to aside from Qingshu Pool. We also have some other requests for.
Don't worry. Whatever tasks you have for me.
Did you hear that? It was poison! What a nasty guy!
Hold on. Did you bring a camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture.
Excellent. We've, seen no progress on the diplomatic front, but soon, everything will be taken care of. And I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey, do you still remember what I said to you?
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could never be seen as a seer. The only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment.
Yes, under normal circumstances, the gap between... Just look at your two competitors. Qianwei had wealth. Mingboa had reputation. And that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your home.
Yes, I can.
You know the best... heck, when you're not in the company...
Uncle Gao said that Jur-E has low self-esteem. See, he was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will do you have any more film in the camera? Then get ready to use it. How well this goes for us.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it, I can...
Whoa, this is the good stuff. Huh? What the... Cheryi, you...
You seem surprised, Mr. Yusupov. How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life You really think I'd put myself through all that just to become your little...
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to...
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room, I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosive.
What?
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the Fatui planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal... But things didn't quite go to plan. Faced with the overwhelming evidence, it explains why you acted alone. Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me.
Cheryi, do you really think you're gonna get away after I do?
A record? Oh, you must mean...
How?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank. He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. He has been eyeing your position for a long...
That tree...
Shh. Relax. It's over. Sweet dreams.
Take it easy. I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of... We were here the whole time and have pictures of every...
The game's up? I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that... Nothing else you want to...
One wrong move and it all comes... You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of sight, I forgot he was a potential liability. Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the...
Your point...
When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best in... I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But...
You still don't get it, do you? Even now. What do you think? Exactly. Jur-E. Clever people can always... There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when has Uncle Tien ever... He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have...
That's enough.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tien, out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most.
That's enough!
Life is like fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan. But you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Jur-E these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Huh?
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet. I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then...
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this. Don't worry. As long as they're willing to cooperate, get some rest. See you.
There is now no poison left in his system.
Dr. Baiju,
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day. It's good we caught it in time. A few days later...
How did they successfully secure Unfortunately for them, they were up against us.
Uncle Tien will be heading off now. Remember to get...
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much. Ah, you're here too? Thank you for... Yes, the exhaust.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing issue after...
Hey, Yelan!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tien. In my opinion...
You have my gratitude. People can change their...
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle...
Don't underestimate Uncle Tien. He wouldn't... Normally, the Yuehai Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates. Isn't that...
Yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him. When I first met Yuri, I concluded that he had no ulterior. In the end, even he changed. I never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of...
I have to admit, he's a smart guy. The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk. But he chose that specific liquor from Shinue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison. And he also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to... Afterwards, we also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious...
But that's still really dangerous.
Yes. Had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences.
How is Jer...
Well, I mean, he's sitting in a jail still. He's cooperating. He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything.
A deal? Does this have to do with...
Yes, Juri's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this... But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole...
Well, did you?
Almost. Unfortunately...
Uncle Tien? Yelan? What are you talking about? Paimon does...
Juri colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, with Yusupov in our hands and a statement from Juri, We could have... Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second in command. Then we'd have a pawn. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options. Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into...
So, okay.
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hit, but when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone.
The Fatui must be spying on...
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved. The Fatui's main forces aren't concentrated here. Regrator was only treating this as a peripheral concern. It's a pity that Theophan got away. But knowing which Harbingers are...
I have to ask, Yelan. Do you have... I remember you showed some interest a few days...
Oh, that. I prefer my current life. Although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role. All right, I'm done here.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed, but I'm sure if you keep going as you are, getting yourselves involved in other people's business, maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. If you have any more questions... Take it easy.
This is order. Solidify!
Busted. Ring cutter. No, my sword. Phew. Dark over.
Order gone. Let's get down to business. Stabilize.
Very Witness the power of Gugwa. Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
Gather! This is order.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey. Rain cutter. Rain outlines.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Let me leave you a verse. No, my sword. Game's up. Time's over. Busted.
Let me in this existence shine no longer. Phew. Go! Phew.
Right.
Go!
Yeah.
Huh?
I will have order. Gather.
Witness the power of Gua. These are about to get dicey.
I guess.
Time to go!
Looks like I went too far. This is order. Solidify.
Rain cutter. Game's up. Time's over.